Since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean, not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean, you know, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, you know, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, you know, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans? Have you heard?
Okay.
Yes. They said, Lord Burton, yes. People like that, they said, we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey? Is it over? Is it over?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival, that is not your problem. You know, even everybody that God has created has a sense of survival, you know, and if we don't develop it, we can't blame white people. You came here because you needed these things. You took gunpowder from the Chinese. You needed them to shoot people. I think that for me and members of my family, Elmina Castle has got a very, very special significance because they tortured my father's father, my real grandfather, to death there by the colonial government. So for me, I mean, when people like me talk about colonization, neo-colonization, it's not just because one is being intellectually smart. You know, I mean, we have personal touches with it. I mean, I cannot forget that this happened to my grandfather.
Do you consider AIDS as a new form of colonization?
Of course.
Why?
That's why. You know, my people, the Akans, we have a proverb. It says that good morning, thank you, is never enough to salt anybody's food forever. You cannot build your life on thank you, morning, thank you, English, thank you, God, you know, which is what aid makes, you know, we are always receiving. Nobody, look, and I don't care who hears, nobody anywhere in this world is going to send you their best of anything. Do you see? neither the experts nor what I mean, people, you give us what you can afford. Aid is the leftover, really, and it cannot be enough. What I mean, aid, you can, when, you know, the world is, now the world is one place. So, there is nothing wrong if my house is in a crisis and you offered me something. There's nothing wrong, you know, because there is interrelationship. But a whole nation, a whole continent cannot live forever on aid. And I think aid is we are in Africa, we are in danger of making foreign aid a kind of policy that is wrong. I mean, I think that it humiliates our people. The people in the villages have not asked anybody to go around begging on their behalf. Well, I'm being a writer, really. It is crazy. I mean, it is a very self-consuming kind of activity. You know, you sit in a room, you write, and you think that other people outside want to hear it. I mean, the tensions of, writing a book, it's tense. When you finish writing the book, you are tense because you wonder, how will the publishers and editors react to a book, to a story? Even when it's published, you wonder, why are they saying that my books are selling in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone, Botswana, Lesotho, even South Africa, Kenya, and I'm still so poor? So all of these issues are part of the horror, real horror, of being a woman, a writer, an African. But you don't stop writing because of any of them. You just go on. Life is like that.
So guys, that's Anna Atta Ado. She's a former educator, a poet, an author, and she was a minister. She was a minister of education during the J. Rawlings presidential time in the early 2000s in Ghana. She's a Ghanaian. She's a Ghanaian. Let's say it properly, Ghanaian. Anyway, so what she's saying here is they have taken everything: diamond, gold, cobalt, platinum, resources, oil, name it, they have taken it. Coffee, cocoa, everything. And they are still, up to today, modern day, 2023, they are still taking from us. Even though the continent is finally rising up, they are still taking. And what you said, they bring all the diseases to us. The coughs, the syphilis, the tuberculosis, the AIDS. They accuse us of AIDS, they're accusing Africans of AIDS being originated in Africa when we all knew it was lab created to use against black people, amongst other diseases that they use. Because notice it, for some reason, every disease is modern day is coming out of Africa. The elephantitis, and they are giving them some animal names. The elephantitis, the Ebola, mad cow disease. Everything, it's Africa's fault. Even though they are still coming to Africa to take more and still trying to paint Africa as this broken, poor, uneducated, unreliable animals, because they still consider us animals and monkeys up to today, because you still have people describing us as such. So we come from said animals. So, but yet we are the most prosperous when it comes down to engineering, with the amount of designs and development that African engineers and developers have built throughout the 18th and 19th century. It's imaginable, and they have stole a lot of ideas from black people and patent it and then say it's their designs. And there's a still, even though they do that, there's still videos or and documentaries of inventors and innovators who have invented multiple modern day products that we ourselves don't know that it was invented and built by black people. So the propaganda is no longer holding its weight anymore, because people are not opening up their eyes, including me. When I was young, I used to believe all this thing of Africa is dirt, no water, people running around animals and stuff like that. That's my concept of Africa when I was younger. It's not until I mature and stop listening to the MSNBC, the CNN, the BBC News, and start to do my own research and follow other African channels and listening to African people and African farmers, African presidents speak about the continent and see the development and everything that Africa has to offer for black people. So, as I'm going to tell to all African descendants globally, stop being manipulated by the media, especially major media, and go to Africa. See it for yourself. Don't listen to them and tell them, oh, you need to get all these shots and all these. It's all meant to scare people from going to Africa. I will be on the continent very soon. I'm going very soon. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. About what this poet slash educator slash author is saying. And you saw the books, all these books that she has you saw all the books she have written. So she's very smart, she's a brilliant lady, and she's a lecturer as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Peace, love. Boom.